Hello everybody, it's Maikito. Quickly before I get into the picks, first of all, as you can tell from the title, we had a full day sweep, hence why I'm wearing the robe. We had a great day. I'll go over the picks later on. But I didn't forget, we're doing the giveaway. I said I was going to do 2 members and I was going to do 1 non-member. But when it came to the members, there was actually only 2 members that had commented, and that was Daniel Lico 9089 and Jason Tadaro 6540. So if you guys just want to drop your Cashapp or just message me personally on Discord or something and just send me your info, I can just send it to you there. You guys were the only 2 that had commented. And then when it came to the non-members, I literally went through every single comment when it came to the one with the where I said I was going to do the giveaway 2 videos ago, and I put every single one of you guys' name on a wheel. So I'm literally just gonna spin the wheel, make it official. I know the glare is there, but if I do it like this, you can see. And the winner is, let's see, Hella Dope. So Hella Dope, congratulations. You'll get your first month paid for. So if you want to drop a comment here or same thing, just join the free Discord, link in the description. Just message me personally, send me your info, but I'll go ahead and pay you for that. Congratulations to all the winners. But when it comes to tomorrow's slate, this video is a little later, but that was because I have work. At the end of the day, that needs to be my priority, and the videos comes next. I still went through all the research like usual. Found a couple picks that I did like, and as always, if I do have any added plays, I will drop them in the pinned comment in the description. Maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, or an hour and 30 minutes before the game start. Just make sure to try to drop by whenever you have time. See if I have any added plays. But my first play is Kyogo Furuhashi to higher than 2 shots, playing at home for Celtic, going up against Leipzig. He's their striker. He's actually averaging 5.05 shots per 90 in the league. That is in the Scottish League, so you got to keep that in mind. It is super high, but he's playing in the lower division team. But in the Champions League, he's had 2 starts and gone over in 1 out of 2 games. Only one of them was at home, and that was against Slovan. He had 4, and then the one where he went under was away to Dortmund. But even against Atalanta, he played them away, and he still managed to get 1 shot with only 22 minutes off the bench. So it's not like he can't shoot against good defenses. And he also shoots much better or more at home. Even if you look at the league this season, he's taken 3 shots away, going all the way up to 4.6 at home. And even if you look at last season in the Champions League when he played against other big teams, he averaged 2 shots per 90 in the Champions League, and also in a group with Atletico, Lazio, and Feyenoord, all good defensive teams. And I would usually say the same thing about Leipzig, but Leipzig's defense so far this season has a lot of shots. When it comes to goals conceded, they haven't conceded a lot, but when it comes to the amount of shots they've allowed opponents to take, which is all we need, they've allowed a lot of shots. So far, they've allowed 18.8 shots away from home in the league, and in 1 away game in the Champions League, they allowed 21 shots against Atletico Madrid, who even themselves haven't taken that many shots in general. And Leipzig have lost every single game in the Champions League. They're yet to win, so they will be aggressive against the Celtic side, who they believe are the better team, and will go out there and try to be aggressive, which means there's going to be defensive gaps for Celtic and for Furuhashi to exploit. Even if Leipzig take the lead, it just means that Leipzig will try to defend and not let Celtic tie, which means more Celtic attack. And like I said, Leipzig are good at not conceding goals, but they're not good at allowing shots, which is all we need. And I think it's just too low of a line for a Leipzig defense that I believe they're overestimating. So I like Kyogo Furuhashi to a higher than 2 shots. My next prop is Jonathan David to go lower than 3 shots, playing at home for Lille, going up against Juventus. He's going up against a great defense in Juventus. The 1 away game in the Champions League that Juventus had, they did give away 24 shots to Leipzig, but that was because Juventus were a man down and they got a red card. Before that red card in the 59th minute, before that point in the game, Leipzig had only taken 8 shots in the game, which is a low amount. The rest, if you do the math, that's like 16 shots were all in those last 30 minutes of the game after they were a man down. And Juventus' main real weakness is aerial duels. David is good at taking headed attempts when he gets the chances, but he's not good in the air. So it's not like it's the he can exploit Juventus's defense. Their weakness is aerial duels. David is not good in the air. He only actually wins 18% of aerial duels, which is really, really bad. I believe he's 6 foot, so you would think he would win more, but he doesn't. He only wins 18% of aerial duels. He's averaging 2.7 shots per 90 this season and the exact same last season in the league. Both teams are 2 wins, 0 draws, and 1 loss. So I expect this game to be slower. I feel like both teams would benefit from a draw, and I feel like they would see it the same way. And I feel like it's too high of a mark for a good defense like Juventus. I don't think he gets 4. So like the Jonathan David to go lower than 3 shots. And then the last player prop that I found that I like so far is Rafael Leao to go higher than 1.5 shots playing away from home for Milan, going up against Real Madrid. He's actually averaging 4.27 shots per 90 in the league, but that's because he has started a couple off the bench. Recently, in the last game they just played a couple days ago, he played 27 minutes off the bench, and he still got 3 shots, so he still has good rest. If anything, that was just a good little warm-up for him. I feel like they rested him just so he can be ready for this Madrid game, so I expect a lot of minutes out of him here. While he hasn't shot much in the Champions League, the main reason why I like this prop is because of the matchup that he's going to have against Lucas Vazquez on his left side, in Madrid's right side, on the flank. He was the defensive gap that Barcelona exploited in their game, and if you look at opposing left mid / left wings, which is the people that Vazquez has to guard, he has allowed this prop. We just need allowed to take 2. He gave Rafinha 3 shots. He gave Gittens for Dortmund 3 shots in 55 minutes, including a goal. He gave Swedberg 2 shots, who plays for Celta Vigo in 72 minutes, and Celta Vigo's not even that great of an attack. He gave Konechki from Alaves 4 shots. He gave Moledo from Palmas, who again is not a good attack, 1 shot, and that was a goal there as well. So if you look, other teams tend to exploit his side whenever he is the one defending, and it's also because Lucas Vazquez goes up to attack whenever Real Madrid have possession. So there's gonna be space for Rafael Leao on that side to exploit because Lucas Vazquez plays up high. He's fast, he's a good dribbler, and he gets a lot, if not most of his shots from being able to cut in from the left onto his right, and you guys know it does not take a lot of space for him to be able to do that. And with that said, he also takes long shots. He's not afraid to take those long shots. He doesn't need a lot of space to take them. He's gonna have a good matchup. I just like this line. I think it's too low, so like Rafael Leao to a higher than 1.5 shots. Thank you everybody for watching so far in the video. Before I get into the money lines, if you could like the video, comment as well. Just comment anything, whether it's for good luck, advice, just trying to support the channel. Anything you guys do to comment helps the video get boosted out to more people. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and turn on notifications. I also have the YouTube memberships for those that don't know about it or just heard about it or have thought about it. It's for those that just want to get the content before other people, before lines get bumped and stuff like that, because even last video or the video before that, a lot of the stuff got taken away really fast. So if you want to join that, avoid that happening, you can join that. It's also a great way to support the channel. And then my codes for everything, Underdog and PrizePicks and Fliff for my player props and money lines. Even my Cashapp, if you're ever feeling generous and want to donate, is all linked in the description. And thank you to anybody who supports me in any way. I didn't like anything when it came to money lines. When it comes to just a single player prop, we've been doing pretty well when it comes to the slips. So I'm doing the same thing here. You can currently get this at plus 138. Put these two together, or you can separate them, whatever you want to do. Excuse me. And the first one is lower than 1.5 first half goals in the Real Madrid and AC Milan game. First of all, Real Madrid in general is just a second half team. They wake up and score their goals in the second half. This prop has gone under in 11 out of 13 Madrid games in both League and Champions League, hitting 87% of the times. While AC Milan, for them, this prop has hit in 8 out of 13 times they've had so far this season, hitting 62% of the times. But if you look at just their away games, this prop has hit in 5 out of 6, hitting 83% of the times. And Milan are likely to play defensive, in my opinion, and try to play off the counter attack. I feel like that's just the way to play against this Madrid team. AC Milan is not a team that will hold a lot of possession against bigger teams. They're more of a 50-50 type of team, so I expect their 50-50 to be just trying to send through balls and exploit that Lucas Vazquez side, like I explained before. So I expect them to try to tire Real Madrid out, and if anything, maybe try to get a goal in the first half. But after that, play defensive. If not, try to tire them out and try to get them in the second half. And like I mentioned before, Madrid's a second half team, and this is a great opportunity for them to try to fix the defensive gaps after their embarrassing loss at home, 4-0 to Barcelona. And I don't see this game in general being a high-scoring game. I know because of the attack, some people might think it'll be a high-scoring game, like maybe a 2-2, 2-1 or something like that. But first of all, I just don't see it being a high-scoring game. You can call it a gut feeling or something like that, but I don't see it being a high-scoring game. Max 3 goals, maybe a goal in the first half. But I feel like I said, Madrid's a second half team, and I expect this game to be slow in the beginning and pick up in the second half. So I think you're getting good value here for -1.5 first half goals in the Madrid Milan game. And then the second one is a Dortmund first half 3A money line going up against Graz. Dortmund has been not horrible, but they've been a bad side away from home. But at home, they've just been different. They've been great at home. They've won all 6 home games that they've played so far this season. And this prop in the first half has hit in 4 out of 6 games at home, hitting 67% of the times. And Graz, on the other hand, have lost all 3 games in the Champions League. They've only scored 1 goal in those 3, and they've conceded 5 goals. So they're not good in the attack, and they're not good at defense at all. And Graz have conceded in the first half in all 3 games. So it's not like they are like a defensive team in the beginning and then they lose momentum and gas and then concede in the second half. They've conceded in the first half in every single game. This prop has hit in 2 out of 3 games that they've played so far in the Champions League, and they're just not ready to play these big teams. They're not ready at all. And Dortmund just beat Leipzig in a really big game for them, just in general, to see how the season was going to go. It was a big morale boost, and I see this being a good game where they can continue their momentum. Their attack was never the issue in the season. They've always been able to score. It was just the defensive gaps, but that really shouldn't be that big of an issue against Graz, who's not a good attack, who's only scored 1 goal in 3 games. I think you're getting good value here taking the Dortmund first half 3 money line going up against Graz. As always, you can take both of these how I have them, get it at plus money, or you can take whichever one you like if you don't like one and just mix them and match them with your parlays or whatever. It's just totally up to you. Thank you everybody for watching. Going into last video's picks, like I mentioned before, we had a full sweep day. We had the 1 money line slip and that hit. Lazio money line, they won 2-1, and then Fulham or draw against Brentford. They were down 1-0. It was a super sweat. They scored in added time at the end, and they actually scored a second goal to take the win. If you took their money line, you hit that, but we took the Fulham to win or draw, and that hit for us. And then when it came to player props, again, we swept those. The YouTube ones, which were Pellegrini higher than 1 shot and Pereira higher than 1.5 shots. Both of those hit. And then I had 3 added plays, with those being Castellanos higher than 3 shots. Took the bump at 3.5. You still hit. I added Berg to go higher than 1.5 tackles. He hit as well. And then Provedel lower than 2.5 saves. I don't even think he got 1, but it was just a great day. A sweep was due. A couple of you guys called it in the comments if I'm not mistaken. So it's just a great day. Good way to go into the Champions League games tomorrow. Hopefully we can carry on that momentum. And for those that don't know, if you want to join the Discord, link in the description, completely free, where you can talk about soccer, other sports, your slips. People give their own advice. Just a good community I'm trying to build over there. You can join that as well. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.